Okay, so for my last video response, or sorry, for my last video analysis for movies, I'm going to be doing the episode 9 of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. This is the last movie in the Star Wars trilogy, or I don't even know if it's a trilogy anymore, there's so many. Anyways, this is the last episode, so this is the big shebang, the big ending of this series. I'm saying this so lightly because it is so bad. It is want to say probably the worst movie out of all of them. Basically, the Emperor of the first 6 movies comes back. Just comes back, and apparently there's this whole technology that was working underneath that. Basically all the whole technology that they were making this whole time was underneath there. Nobody talked about it. It was this whole project that only like a couple people knew of. It basically kept Palpatine alive, and apparently he was running the whole entire thing this whole time and building up this huge big empire underneath so nobody would know. So basically he comes back. Kylo Ren finds out, and he basically wants to join up with the Empire, or wants to join up with the Emperor and bring back the new Empire. So that's what they do. They bring back the old Empire, or the new Empire. Kylo ends up getting like tricked by Palpatine to help him, even though Kylo is kind of like iffy whether he likes the light side or the dark side, kind of in between choosing sides, because Rey has started to infiltrate his mind and giving him good thoughts and wanting to learn the way of the Jedi again. Overall, this movie, not that good. There's a lot of good cinematography in this. There's a lot of cool shots and a lot of cool ways that they use camera tricks and technology to be able to alternate and bring back some of these older characters to look better and not so like old. But they basically go to New Zealand actually to shoot this shot with the Death Star, which is from the older movies, basically destroyed, and that ended up on this planet because it ended up falling from space and ending up crashing into this planet. And they use a bunch of CGI and really cool technology to be able to bring this biome and this world to life, which is really cool. And I think that if like the budget on this movie was insane, and it's crazy how much money they spent to make this movie and how bad it was. But it looks really cool. It looks really cool. The plot is horrible. I mean, there's no like it's all over the place. You're kind of like lost in it the whole time. You don't really know what's happening. You just know some parts and kind of the mojo and what could be happening. And it's overall just not that good. I thought it was really cool to see Kylo Ren kind of act like how Anakin Skywalker was in Darth Vader. He ends up choosing the light side in the end and ends up coming back to the light side before he ends up dying. And I thought it was really cool. And you see how Rey's story kind of ends, her finally being at the top and being, the girl that she always was to be, the leader of the Republic. And you end up finding out that Palpatine was actually her grandfather, and that's why she had like such good Force abilities, because the big Emperor of the first 6 movies was actually his grandfather, and that Palpatine had kids, and they ended up having kids, and that was her. And you kind of find this out in a really dramatic way, and I thought it was really cool. It's a really interesting movie, and it's really enjoyable. It's just, from a Star Wars fan's perspective, it was just not all there, and the plot was really weird, and it's one of the worst movies. But it looks cool, and that's really the only like positive thing that I have to say about it. So yeah.